And now, here to entertain you all, because every day he's hustling. Side Hustle Cinema.
Welcome back to the channel, Side Hustle Cinema here. Thanks for clicking on this video. And welcome back to another episode of The Art of Collecting. This is episode 4. And if you're new to this series, this series is all about, what initially draws you to a new release when you first hear of the announcement. When you first see it in the store. You're looking at that cover, you're looking at the artwork, that steel book, the slipcover, and it's those things that draw you in. And although we love the movies, and that's number one, it's still fun to talk about the packaging, especially these days with all the boutique titles and all the companies sort of competing for your money. It's just fun to talk about, so that's pretty much what this series is all about. I'm going to take a look at last week's releases and pick a few of my favorites. We're going to look ahead at some of the announcements that came out this week and play a little thumbs up, thumbs down. In that, we're going to be looking at, last week we did the steel books for The Lost Boys, Scream 2, and Poltergeist. And this week, we're going to be looking at the slipcovers. We got the announcement for all the official slipcover artwork, so we're going to be talking about those. And then I'm going to show you what, I've been working on, some of the custom slipcovers that people have wanted or I've made this week. And all that and more on another episode of Art of Collecting. So let's get into it. So first, let's talk about a few of my favorites from last week that came out. It was a pretty good week. There was a few that I liked a lot. I mean, let me know in the comments what ones you thought stood out. But I'm going to tell you what ones I liked. And I'm going to start with one that I don't think I'm going to be picking up, but I was awfully tempted. And it's mostly due to the artwork. And that is the Minim Black Steelbook. This was a really, really good looking steelbook. I love the artwork on here. Just watching people unbox it, I really had no plans on getting this one at all. But watching a few people pick this one up, doing some unboxings, getting to look a little bit closer at that artwork, it was pretty tempting. I'm not the biggest fan of the series, and that's pretty much the reason why I didn't go with this. But it was tempting. That is a pretty nice looking steelbook. I definitely love that style of artwork that they did on there. The next one is an Arrow title, and that is Hell High. This one had a great slipcover. Arrow usually does really nice slipcovers and cover art for their movies, and this one is no exception. I really like the look of this one. You got the characters at the bottom. The bad guys, I suppose, and you got the teacher there getting her revenge, and I wasn't really into this one too much story-wise. I liked the look of it, but I didn't know if I wanted to blind buy this one at that price, like $27, $28. But after hearing a few people's reviews of the movie and stuff, I've kind of come around, and I'm actually going to be picking this one up. But I don't have it yet. I gotta go get it before that slipcover goes away, because you gotta have that slipcover. And my favorite one of the week last week was a steelbook, and it was Bob's Burgers. I am a big fan of the show. I did see the movie in the theaters, and I enjoyed it. I think it's funny. And what a great looking steelbook. My Best Buy is about 40 minutes away, so instead of going and picking it up last week, I opted to have it shipped. And so it's actually due in on the 26th. I'm supposed to get it on the 26th. It's the 25th right now when I'm recording this. So I wish I had it to show you guys on camera, but you know, maybe next time. Just a great looking steelbook though. I love the cover. You know, it's the street outside the restaurant. It's got the big hole in the ground that plays a big part in the movie. But you can kind of see all the way down the street, all the way to the wharf. It's a really cool, you know, look. If you're a fan of the show especially, you're going to dig this one. But super colorful. It's going to look great on the shelf. And the inside artwork is really cool too. I mean, it's Bob's Kitchen. If you're a fan of the show, that's probably going to mean a lot to you. You know, because it's a huge part of the show. Yeah, I'm just a big fan of this one. It looks really nice. I like what they did with this one. So this week we got some pretty cool announcements. We got all the official artwork for the slipcovers of Lost Boys, Scream 2, and Poltergeist. Last week we kind of judged the steelbooks. This week we're going to judge those slipcovers. We're going to play a little thumbs up, thumbs down. This segment we can give 2 thumbs up, or 2 thumbs down, or 1 thumb up, or 1 thumb down, and just sort of judge these covers and you know, see what you think about it. Let me know in the comments, you know, how you would judge some of these titles. I'm trying not to factor in the movie, but it is awfully tough. Especially when you're talking about The Lost Boys, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. So that is tough to judge, you know, because I love the movie so much. But I don't love this cover so much. You know, the steelbook last week, I ended up giving it 1 thumb up, just because I kind of liked the bridge scene in the glasses. I thought that was kind of cool. This time, you know, we're looking at the slipcover, and that's all we're getting is that bridge scene. It's silhouetted out again. They're using that color blue again. I wasn't a big fan of blue for the Lost Boys. I just don't associate blue with the Lost Boys. I'm a big fan of more of a graphic novel style artwork, you know, almost comic book. That's really the style I like to see. But this is a little too... I don't like the way they're just silhouetted out. I don't like the way it's a little more like stylized art. It might appeal to some people, but when I think about the Lost Boys, that's not the images that, you know, are in my head. So, you know, I wish we would have got the, you know, everyone wanted this cover. You know, this was great. This is what they showed on Blu-ray.com for a while. I knew this wouldn't be the artwork. This artwork's been around for a long time. And I knew that they would go with some newly commissioned artwork. It wouldn't be an image that we've seen before. But, man, this was so popular. And why didn't they do something along these lines, maybe? I mean, you know, you got David vamping out there. The amusement park at the bottom, that's silhouetted out. Like, they could have silhouetted something, but still maybe have, you know, a graphic of the vampires or something. I don't know. I just think it could have been better. It's not horrible, but it's not great. I'm being generous. I don't want to be too hard on it, but I'm going to be generous and give it 1 thumb up. It's kind of like the Steelbook. I've pre-ordered the Steelbook already. That's the one I'm going with. But yeah, 1 thumb up. Now let's talk about Scream 2. I love that Steelbook. That was a great looking Steelbook. And that'll be the one I'm picking up too. Not a big Steelbook guy either. I mean, you know, I'll get the Steelbook if it just looks that much better than the slipcover. And in this case, it looks a ton better than the slipcover. I am not a big fan of this slipcover at all. Um, uh, it took me a while to even figure out whose faces were on there. I mean, I assumed that one was the Nev Campbell, but I just hate this. I mean, it's about as unappealing as it gets. It's they did such a great job on the steelbook. But boy, I think they missed the mark big time with this slipcover. I'm gonna go 2 thumbs down. I just don't even have much to say about it, to be honest. It's kind of plain and it's kind of ugly. So 2 thumbs down. Don't like it. All right, now let's talk about Poltergeist. Poltergeist didn't have a good-looking steelbook either. These are amazing movies, but boy, they're striking out in the art department big time. And Poltergeist was kind of the same. I mean, at least on Poltergeist, the inside of the steelbook was nice. The back cover was okay. It was pretty nice. But the front cover, with the ma or the girl in the pool with the skeletons, that scene from the movie. I don't know. I just didn't like it. And with the slipcover, we've got Craig T. Nelson, the dad standing out in front of the house, and the house is glowing. I guess the ghosts are doing their thing. It looks weird. I mean, it's not really a scene I associate with. How cool would it have been if they would have put the clown on there? The clown scared everyone. I mean, that clown was terrifying as a kid. And that was super scary. Or how about Carol Ann? I mean, she was, I guess, well, I don't know if she's the star of the movie. She's gone most of the movie, but or something. I mean, I don't know. I just not a big fan of this one. Unfortunately, I'm just going to give this one the 2 thumbs down as well. I'm buying the movies. I've got them pre-ordered already, but I just don't like the artwork. It's great. It's a good thing it was good movies. All right, we'll talk about a couple more, and then we'll get on to what I've been making with some custom slipcovers. But there was a few more that was announced this week that I think are definitely worth talking about. And one is Paranormal Activity, that box set. What a good looking box set. I mean, the packaging on it is really nice. You got all the films individually, no combo pack. Some people have that combo pack already. It's time to sell that off and pick up this nice box set. You got a rigid box, slip box that it comes in. All of them lined up with the spine forming, the picture of the hand there. The shadowy figures is appropriate because that's pretty much, it's hard to come up with artwork for Paranormal Activity because it's mostly like, well, there's a lot of shadows and figures and stuff moving on camera. So I think they did a pretty good job picking some artwork out that kind of works with the movie. And you also get the newest movie, Next of Kin. You're getting a documentary on there. This is a fantastic set, and it's at a fantastic price. When I saw this one, I thought, oh, that's going to be $100, $109, maybe $120. And when I saw $67.99, click, click, click. I mean, as fast as I could order it, I ordered it. I mean, this $67.99 for all those movies, that's a great deal. And it's a good looking set. This is going to look good on the shelf. This is 2 thumbs up. Alright, we have a UK release. It's the Batman. And it looks a lot like the Walmart exclusive that we had here in the States. But that one was Blu-ray. I mean, there was like some 4Ks if you pre-ordered from Walmart. You could get a 4K, I think. But you know, that was pretty rare, and it sold out really quick, I think. This is much like that set. It's got a removable faceplate on there. It's got a little stand, so you can show off that faceplate of the, you know, the chest with the batarang on there. And inside you get the 2 steelbooks. It's a nice looking box. I applaud the effort here. I like that, you know, it's a different kind of packaging. It's something we haven't seen, and if you like that really unique packaging, then you might like this. My biggest complaint would be the images on the steelbooks. If you're going to display them side by side like that, how about just making it one scene with the 2 steelbooks combined? You know, like one continuous scene, or at least like putting like maybe the Batman on one or on one steelbook, and then going with the Riddler on another, or Selina Kyle. Something like that would seem a little more appropriate, I think. But I want to give it 1 thumb up for ambition, and if it would have had a little better execution, then I'd give it 2 thumbs up. But you know, this is one that you would have to pre-order to get, and so many people already own it. I don't know if it's worth double dipping. I'm not going to be picking this one up, but I'll give it a thumbs up for the effort. And the last one is one that I just want to do because I do like this cover. It's going to be a slipcover. This movie's taken a beating this week, and it's Rob Zombie's The Munsters. I mean, what a fall from grace. That trailer came out. It didn't look good. I wanted it to so bad. I want to root for this movie. I want it to be good. And who knows, maybe it'll surprise me. I mean, my bar of expectation is so low right now that if it's even halfway decent, it'll be a win. I'm going to pick it up. I actually have it pre-ordered. It's just $15. I mean, that's a really good price for a brand new movie. And I do like the cover on this one. It's a really colorful color. It kind of pops. I expect the movie to look amazing, because I really like the colors that they did. I wish it would have been in 4K. So we'd have got the HDR with all these colors. That would have been really cool. But I don't think that's happening. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give The Munsters 2 thumbs up. Good job, Rob Zombie. You deserve it, man. I hope it ends up being a good movie. I really do. Alright, well now let's take a look at some of the slipcovers and things that I've been working on this week. And I actually had to mail some out already. And I shot a little video, so now I'm going to cut to that. I could have just put it in there. I didn't have to tell you that. But anyway, let's take a look at some slipcovers. And now here's a few designs that people ordered from me this week. Some really cool stuff. A couple of these movies I don't have in my collection, and because I like these slips so much, I'm thinking about picking them up. Well, the first one I do have in my collection, and it's Dr. Sleep. He wanted a 4K cover for Dr. Sleep. This is pretty nice. He didn't want the retail, reproduction, which is an okay one. Let's see, there's the spine, and very very simple back cover, but very cool at the same time. I like it. But yeah, that is some pretty cool artwork on there. I like this one quite a bit. I really like just the shining carpet back of the cover. I might do something for The Shining with that cover as well. pretty cool. I like that one a lot. These next two, though, these are the ones I was talking about that I don't have in my collection that I'm thinking about picking up just because of these slips. These slips are pretty cool. The first one is Inception. And I've made an Inception before, but I've never used this artwork. And this artwork's really cool. I love how the black and white images there, you know, kind of look like they're, you know, like it's like almost like a charcoal drawing or something. Very cool. Yeah, totally love that. And the back is really cool too. I mean, it's very simplistic, but just nice and clean, really nice. And just totally dig it. And there's the spine. It's always hard to get these to come into focus. There it goes. There's a look at the spine. But yeah, that's a really nice one there. I like that artwork quite a bit. And this next one, I gave the guy a few options for this one, and I'm so glad he picked this artwork, or else I probably just would have made this one anyway, because I loved it. I thought it was great. And this is Train to Busan. I don't have it in my collection. I would like to. I enjoyed the movie. I just haven't picked it up. And very cool artwork. And then you have similar artwork on the back, but you know, it's the different character. And there's the spine. And then this one's, of course, for a Blu-ray, but it could be made for a 4K, just as easy. Really, the only logo I have is on the spine that separates it from being a Blu-ray or 4K, and that's about it. But yeah, I love those the teal colors with the little yellow type accents. This up here's the train. You know, looks like the like sort of the suspension bridge or whatever. Just a really cool artwork. I totally dig that. Those were all pretty nice, and those will be going out in the mail. I guess if these guys are watching, they'll actually see a couple of their slipcovers before they even get their package. So, hope you liked them. Well, those were some pretty cool slipcovers. And I've got one more I want to show you before we get out of here. And this one I did for myself. And I recently picked up a Blu-ray. It's a bootleg Blu-ray of the 13th Warrior. You can't get it here in the States on Blu-ray. I think it may be out of print in Germany. I'm not sure. I need to check again. And there is a Spain edition, but everything I order from Spain ends up being a bootleg anyway. I have like 3 or 4 movies that I ordered from Spain that look like, you know, I'm thinking they're going to be like legit releases. And when they come, they're just really good bootlegs. You know, they're on the, you know, the print-on-demand discs and everything. So maybe that's just the way they do things. But anyway, I picked up the 13th Warrior. And it's a really nice scan on here, so I'm definitely happy with that. So I just wanted to, you know, upgrade the look a little bit, so I made a slipcover for it, and this is an image I found online, and there's the back image. I tried not to use the, you know, the poster art that's really common. I wanted to look up and try to find something else, and found a couple images I really liked. You know, I kind of recreated the spine there a little bit, and I did have to change this one, a few things on it, I changed the coloring of the title, and I changed the background to black instead of white. And yeah, I think it's a pretty nice looking slipcover, and it's a good movie, and it needs an official release. But until then, I'll be rocking my bootleg, and I got my nice custom cover on there. Well, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, I've got something kind of cool coming. I wanted to have it ready for this week, but I just didn't get it finished. And I'm working on like you've seen some of my standees, you know, shelf sitters, in some of my other videos. Well, I've taken that idea and I'm kind of doing like some retro VHS looking video store kind of promotional display stands. And hopefully it'll make sense when you see when you see it in a video. I should definitely have 1 or 2 of them ready next week. I'm going to be showing those off, and I think next week we're probably going to be announcing some kind of a giveaway. I think I want to do just to kind of you know, promote the show a little bit. So next week, big art project and a possible giveaway, most likely. I'll give you the details on that. And so yeah, until next time, guys, stay safe, have fun, keep watching those movies, and I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you next week.